Create the reality you've always wanted. Have you ever looked at your life and thought, this isn't how I imagined it? Maybe you feel stuck, overwhelmed, or like life is happening to you instead of for you. But what if I told you that the life you've always dreamed of isn't just a far-off fantasy? It's achievable, and it's entirely within your control. The secret lies in understanding how to shape your thoughts, habits, and actions to align with the reality you desire. It's not about luck or chance. It's about making intentional, powerful choices that transform your life step by step. In this audiobook, I'll reveal 15 life-changing steps to help you break free from limitations, design your dream life with purpose, and finally create the reality you've always wanted. So, if you're tired of wishing for a better future and ready to take control of your present, keep watching, because your transformation starts right now. Chapter 1. The foundation of your reality. Your current reality is not a coincidence. It's the direct outcome of your thoughts, beliefs, and actions over time. Every choice you make, every habit you form, and every belief you hold contributes to shaping the life you're living right now. If you want to create a new reality, the first step is to recognize and understand what's influencing the one you have today. Your thoughts are like seeds planted in the garden of your mind. Negative, limiting thoughts grow weeds that choke out opportunities, while positive, empowering thoughts allow success to bloom. These thoughts, often running on autopilot, influence how you view the world, how you feel about yourself, and how you approach challenges. The key to transformation lies in gaining control over these thoughts and steering them in the direction of your desired reality. Much of this mental programming happens in your subconscious mind, the part of you that stores deeply ingrained beliefs and habits. These patterns often develop during childhood or through life experiences and continue to shape your behavior without you realizing it. Some of these beliefs may no longer serve you and could even be holding you back. Reprogramming your subconscious mind is the process of identifying these outdated patterns and replacing them with beliefs that align with your goals. This can be achieved through intentional practices like affirmations, which are positive statements repeated to reinforce new beliefs, and visualization, which allows you to mentally rehearse your desired outcomes. By focusing on the thoughts and emotions associated with success, you create a powerful blueprint for your subconscious to follow. Actions also play a critical role in reshaping your reality. Each small, consistent step you take in alignment with your goals builds momentum and reinforces the positive changes you're cultivating in your mind. Change begins when your thoughts, beliefs, and actions work together to create a new foundation for the life you desire. By consciously choosing empowering thoughts, challenging limiting beliefs, and taking deliberate actions, you have the ability to reshape your reality from the ground up. The process may not happen overnight, but with persistence and intention, you can build a life that truly reflects your highest potential. Chapter 2. The Visionary's Blueprint. If you want to create the reality you've always wanted, you first need to define it with absolute clarity. Think of your dream life as a destination. You wouldn't start a journey without knowing where you're headed, right? The same principle applies here. To manifest the life you desire, you must know exactly what you're aiming for. Without a clear vision, it's like wandering aimlessly without a map or compass. Clarity is the foundation of manifestation. When you define your dream life, take time to visualize every detail. Imagine what your ideal day looks like. Where are you? Who are you with? What are you doing? How do you feel? Picture your career, relationships, finances, health, and personal growth in vivid detail. The clearer your vision, the easier it becomes to focus your energy and take meaningful steps toward achieving it. Writing down your vision is a powerful step in this process. Putting your dreams on paper makes them tangible and forces you to articulate them fully. This isn't about vague statements like, "I want to be successful" or "I want to be happy." Be specific. Instead of saying, "I want to be successful," describe what success looks like for you. Does it mean earning a certain income, owning a home in your favorite city, running your own business, or perhaps having the freedom to travel the world? Specificity is the secret ingredient that transforms abstract dreams into actionable goals. When your vision is detailed, your brain recognizes it as something real and achievable. This specificity helps you identify opportunities, resources, and actions that align with your goals. For example, if your dream is to become a published author, writing down the exact type of book you want to create, the audience you want to reach, and even the publishing process you envision will give you a clear roadmap to follow. Visualization and writing also activate the subconscious mind. By vividly imagining your dream life and regularly revisiting your written blueprint, you create a mental picture that your subconscious begins to work toward. Your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors naturally start aligning with this vision, guiding you closer to it. It's important to remember that clarity alone isn't enough. You must pair it with action. Once you've defined your dream life, break it down into smaller, achievable steps. Each step you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to turning your vision into reality. The visionary's blueprint isn't just a list of dreams, it's a roadmap for your future. By visualizing every detail, writing it down, and staying specific, you create a powerful foundation for success. This is how you begin to bridge the gap between where you are now and where you want to be. Chapter 3. The Power of Belief Systems. Your beliefs are the invisible architects of your life. They shape your decisions, influence your actions, and ultimately define what you believe is possible. Whether you realize it or not, your belief systems play a massive role in creating the reality you experience. If your beliefs are empowering, they propel you forward, but if they are limiting, they can hold you back from achieving your dreams. Beliefs are formed through experiences, upbringing, societal influences, and even the opinions of others. Many of these beliefs become so deeply ingrained that they operate unconsciously, driving your behavior without you questioning them. For instance, if you believe that success is only for certain types of people, or that failure is something to be feared, those beliefs will shape the way you approach challenges and opportunities. To create the reality you've always wanted, you need to examine your current beliefs and identify which ones serve you and which ones don't. Start by reflecting on areas of your life where you feel stuck. Ask yourself, what belief might be holding me back here? You might uncover thoughts like, "I'm not good enough," "I don't deserve success," or "It's too late for me to change." Recognizing these limiting beliefs is the first step toward replacing them with empowering ones. Once you've identified limiting beliefs, challenge their validity. Ask yourself, is this belief absolutely true? Often, you'll find that these beliefs are based on fear or past experiences that no longer apply to your current life. Replace them with positive, supportive beliefs that align with your goals. For example, instead of thinking, "I'll never be able to do this," reframe it to, "I can learn and grow to achieve this." Affirmations are a powerful tool for shifting your beliefs. These are positive statements that you repeat regularly to reprogram your subconscious mind. For instance, if you struggle with self-doubt, affirmations like, "I'm capable of achieving great things," or "I deserve success and happiness," can help reinforce new, empowering beliefs over time. Visualization also plays a key role in reshaping your beliefs. When you visualize yourself succeeding or living the life you desire, You train your mind to see it as possible and attainable. This strengthens your belief in your own potential and helps you take actions aligned with your goals. It's important to remember that shifting your belief systems is a process, not an overnight transformation. Be patient with yourself and stay consistent in challenging and replacing limiting thoughts. With time, your new beliefs will take root and become the foundation for a life of abundance, success, and fulfillment. By taking control of your belief systems, you reclaim the power to shape your reality. Empowering beliefs create empowering actions, and empowering actions lead to the life you've always dreamed of. Chapter 4. Mastering Emotional Vibrations. Your emotions are like a magnet, attracting experiences and outcomes that align with the energy you emit. They are the silent architects of your reality, influencing how you respond to situations and the opportunities you encounter. To create the reality you've always wanted, you must learn to master your emotional vibrations and consciously elevate them to match the life you desire. Emotions are closely tied to energy. Positive emotions like joy, gratitude, and love emit high vibrations, while negative emotions like fear, anger, and resentment create low vibrations. These vibrations don't just impact how you feel internally, they also affect how you interact with the world around you. High vibrations naturally attract positive experiences, people, and opportunities, while low vibrations can draw challenges and obstacles. Mastering your emotional vibrations starts with awareness. Pay attention to how you feel throughout the day. Are your emotions empowering you, or are they keeping you stuck in negativity? When you notice yourself in a low vibrational state, pause and ask yourself what triggered it. Understanding the root cause of your emotions allows you to take steps to shift your energy. One of the most effective ways to raise your emotional vibrations is through gratitude. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's lacking in your life to what you already have. When you take time to appreciate the blessings in your life, no matter how small, you naturally elevate your emotional state. Start a daily gratitude practice by writing down 3 things you're thankful for every morning or evening. Another powerful technique is visualization. Imagine yourself living your dream life, focusing not just on the details, but on how it feels. Feel the excitement, happiness, and fulfillment as though it's already happening. These emotions create high vibrations that signal to your subconscious mind and the universe that you're ready to receive what you're envisioning. Mindfulness and meditation are also valuable tools for mastering emotional vibrations. These practices help you stay present and centered, reducing the grip of negative emotions like anxiety or fear. By grounding yourself in the present moment, you create a space where positive emotions can flourish. It's important to note that mastering your emotional vibrations doesn't mean suppressing or ignoring negative feelings. Emotions like sadness, frustration, and anger are a natural part of life and can provide valuable insights. The key is to acknowledge them without letting them take control. Allow yourself to feel these emotions fully, then gently guide yourself back to a higher vibrational state. Surrounding yourself with positive influences can also uplift your emotional energy. Spend time with people who inspire and support you. Engage in activities that bring you joy, and minimize exposure to negativity, whether it's toxic relationships or media. Mastering your emotional vibrations is about creating a positive emotional baseline that aligns with the reality you want to manifest. By consciously cultivating emotions like gratitude, joy, and love, you become a magnet for the experiences and opportunities that bring your dreams to life. Your emotions are your superpower. Use them wisely to shape the reality you've always desired. Chapter 5. Rewriting your personal narrative. The stories you tell yourself about who you are and what you're capable of are the foundation of your identity. These narratives, often formed over years of experiences, shape your reality in profound ways. They influence your decisions, your confidence, and even how others perceive you. If your current personal narrative is holding you back, it's time to rewrite it and create a story that empowers you to live the life you've always wanted. Your personal narrative often starts in childhood, shaped by your environment, the people around you, and the experiences you go through. You may have internalized statements like, "I'm not good at this," "I always fail," or "I'm not the kind of person who succeeds." These stories become self-fulfilling prophecies, reinforcing behaviors and choices that keep you stuck in the same patterns. The first step to rewriting your personal narrative is identifying the current story you're telling yourself. Reflect on the beliefs you hold about your abilities, your worth, and your potential. Write them down and ask yourself, where did this belief come from? Is it really true? You'll likely discover that many of these stories are outdated, untrue, or based on isolated events that don't define your entire life. Once you've uncovered these limiting narratives, replace them with new, empowering ones. For example, if your current story is, "I'm not smart enough to succeed," rewrite it as, "I am capable of learning and growing, and I have the intelligence to achieve my goals." Speak these new narratives to yourself often, using affirmations or journaling to reinforce them. Visualization can also help rewrite your story. Picture yourself as the person you want to become, confident, successful, and living the life of your dreams. Imagine how this version of you thinks, acts, and speaks. The more vividly you can see this version of yourself, the more your subconscious mind begins to believe it's possible. Action is a critical part of rewriting your narrative. It's not enough to think differently. You must also act differently. Start small by stepping out of your comfort zone and taking actions that align with your new story. If your rewritten narrative says, "I'm a confident public speaker," volunteer to give a presentation or speak up more in meetings. Each small step reinforces your new identity and builds momentum. Remember that rewriting your personal narrative is an ongoing process. You may face moments of doubt or setbacks, but these don't define your story. Instead, see them as opportunities to revise and strengthen your narrative further. The story you tell yourself has the power to shape your entire reality. By letting go of limiting beliefs and embracing a new, empowering narrative, you take control of your identity and open the door to the life you've always dreamed of. You are the author of your life. Write a story that inspires you. Chapter 6. The Art of Focused Intent. In a world filled with distractions and endless noise, the ability to focus your intent is like wielding a superpower. Focused intent is the practice of concentrating your energy, thoughts, and actions on a specific goal or desire without letting doubt, fear, or external interruptions derail you. It's the art of saying, "This is what I want, and I am fully committed to achieving it." Mastering focused intent is essential for creating the reality you've always wanted, as it aligns your inner world with the outer actions required for success. Your intent is the driving force behind everything you do. When your intent is scattered or unclear, it's like trying to navigate without a map. You waste energy and make little progress. However, when your intent is focused and precise, it becomes a laser beam, cutting through obstacles and guiding you directly toward your goals. The first step in practicing focused intent is getting crystal clear about what you want. This isn't just about setting vague goals like, "I want to be successful" or "I want to be happy." Be specific and detailed. For example, if your goal is financial freedom, define what that looks like for you. Is it earning a certain amount each month? Is it being debt-free? Is it having the flexibility to work from anywhere? The more specific your goal, the easier it is to focus your intent. Once you've defined your goal, the next step is to eliminate distractions. In today's world, distractions are everywhere. Social media, emails, endless notifications, and even self-doubt can pull you away from your focus. Create an environment that supports your intent by setting boundaries. Turn off unnecessary notifications. Create dedicated time blocks for deep work, and surround yourself with people and resources that align with your goals. Visualization is a powerful tool for sharpening your focus. Spend time each day imagining your desired outcome as if it's already a reality. Close your eyes and picture every detail, what it looks like, how it feels, and even the steps you're taking to achieve it. Visualization not only reinforces your intent, but also keeps you motivated and inspired. Another critical aspect of focused intent is aligning your actions with your goals. Intent without action is just wishful thinking. Break your goal into smaller, actionable steps and focus on completing them one at a time. For example, if your goal is to start your own business, your actions might include researching your industry, creating a business plan, and networking with potential clients. Each step you take reinforces your intent and brings you closer to your dream. Mindfulness plays a key role in maintaining focus. It's easy to get discouraged or distracted when progress feels slow, but staying present and aware can help you stay on track. When doubts or fears creep in, remind yourself of your purpose and revisit your vision. Mindfulness helps you remain grounded, resilient, and connected to your goals. The art of focused intent also involves consistency and patience. Big changes don't happen overnight, but small, consistent efforts add up over time. Even when the results aren't immediately visible, trust in the process and stay committed to your vision. Celebrate your progress along the way. Acknowledging your achievements, no matter how small, reinforces your focus and motivates you to keep going. Each milestone is a reminder that your intent is powerful and that you are capable of shaping your reality. Focused intent is not just about what you do, it's about how you think, feel, and act in alignment with your goals. By eliminating distractions, visualizing your success, taking consistent action, and staying mindful, you can harness the incredible power of focused intent to create the life you've always wanted. When your mind, energy, and actions all point in the same direction, there's no limit to what you can achieve. Chapter 7. Becoming the Future. If you want to create the reality you've always dreamed of, you must first become the person who is ready to live that reality. Your future self, the version of you who has achieved everything you desire, is not a distant figure. That person already exists in potential, and your job is to bridge the gap between who you are now and who you want to become. This process involves adopting the habits, mindset, and behaviors of your future self today. To start this transformation, you need to have a clear vision of your future self. Who is this person? What do they value? What kind of mindset do they have? How do they spend their time, and how do they handle challenges? Write down the qualities, habits, and behaviors that define your ideal self. This exercise helps you create a detailed roadmap for the person you want to become. The next step is to identify the habits and beliefs that separate your current self from your future self. For instance, if your future self is confident and self-assured, but you currently struggle with self-doubt, ask yourself what actions confident people take. Do they speak up in meetings? Do they take calculated risks? Identify these actions and begin practicing them, even if they feel uncomfortable at first. Acting as if is one of the most powerful tools for transformation. This means behaving as though you are already the person you aspire to be. For example, if your future self is disciplined and wakes up early to exercise, Start setting your alarm earlier and committing to a morning workout. By embodying the qualities of your future self now, you create a new identity that aligns with your goals. Your environment plays a significant role in shaping who you are. If your surroundings don't support the person you want to become, it's time to make changes. Surround yourself with people who inspire and motivate you. Create a physical environment that reflects your aspirations. This could mean organizing your workspace, decorating your home to reflect success, or even dressing in a way that makes you feel confident and empowered. Mindset is equally critical. Your future self likely has a mindset rooted in growth, resilience, and positivity. Begin adopting this mindset by challenging negative thoughts and replacing them with empowering ones. Practice gratitude daily, as it shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have, fostering a positive outlook. Embrace challenges as opportunities to grow, and remind yourself that setbacks are not failures, but stepping stones toward your goals. Visualization is a powerful tool for connecting with your future self. Spend time each day imagining what it feels like to live as the person you aspire to be. Picture yourself achieving your goals, celebrating successes, and navigating challenges with confidence. This mental rehearsal strengthens your belief in your ability to become this person and helps align your subconscious mind with your vision. Another key aspect of becoming your future self is letting go of old habits, relationships, and beliefs that no longer serve you. This might involve stepping away from toxic people, breaking unproductive routines, or challenging limiting beliefs you've held for years. While this process can be uncomfortable, it's a necessary part of growth and transformation. Consistency is vital. Change doesn't happen overnight, and there will be times when you fall back into old patterns. When this happens, don't be too hard on yourself. Instead, reflect on what triggered the setback, learn from it, and recommit to your journey. Each small step you take in alignment with your future self builds momentum and brings you closer to your goals. Celebrate your progress along the way. Recognize the changes you've made, no matter how small, and appreciate how far you've come. This not only boosts your confidence, but also reinforces the behaviors and mindset of your future self. Becoming the future you is a journey of self-discovery, growth, and intentional action. By adopting the habits, mindset, and behaviors of the person you want to become, you gradually transform into that version of yourself. The key is to start today, because the sooner you begin embodying your future self, the sooner you'll create the reality you've always wanted. Chapter 8. Destroy comfort as a priority. Comfort can feel like a safe haven, a place where everything is predictable, familiar, and easy. However, comfort is also a trap that keeps you stuck in mediocrity and prevents you from reaching your full potential. If you want to create the reality you've always dreamed of, you must destroy comfort as a priority and embrace discomfort as a catalyst for growth and transformation. Comfort zones are not inherently bad. They provide stability and a sense of control, which are necessary in some aspects of life. But if you stay in your comfort zone too long, it becomes a prison. You stop challenging yourself, avoid risks, and settle for less than you're capable of achieving. Growth, on the other hand, happens outside the boundaries of comfort. It's in the moments of discomfort that you learn, adapt, and evolve. Destroying comfort starts with shifting your mindset. Instead of viewing discomfort as something to avoid, see it as an opportunity to grow stronger, smarter, and more resilient. Discomfort is not your enemy. It's a teacher that pushes you to stretch beyond your current limits. Begin to associate discomfort with progress and view every challenging experience as a stepping stone toward your goals. A practical way to break free from your comfort zone is to take small, consistent steps into discomfort. You don't have to overhaul your life overnight. Start with manageable challenges, like waking up earlier, speaking up in meetings, or trying a new activity that intimidates you. These small actions build confidence and resilience, making it easier to tackle bigger challenges over time. Identify areas of your life where you've grown too comfortable. Are you staying in a job that no longer fulfills you because it's secure? Are you avoiding difficult conversations to keep the peace? Are you sticking to routines that feel safe but no longer excite you? Pinpointing these areas helps you understand where you need to push yourself to break free from stagnation. Facing fear is a crucial part of destroying comfort. Fear often keeps us in our comfort zones because we're afraid of failure, rejection, or the unknown. To overcome this, reframe fear as a sign that you're stepping into something meaningful. Remind yourself that every successful person once felt fear but chose to act anyway. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's taking action despite it. Surround yourself with people who challenge and inspire you to grow. Seek out mentors, friends, or communities that encourage you to take risks and pursue your dreams. Being around individuals who embrace discomfort and thrive on growth can motivate you to do the same. Another powerful strategy is to adopt a beginner's mindset. Often, we avoid discomfort because we don't want to feel incompetent or make mistakes. However, being a beginner is a natural and necessary part of growth. Embrace the process of learning, failing, and improving. Celebrate progress rather than perfection. Destroying comfort also means letting go of the need for immediate gratification. Growth requires patience, discipline, and delayed rewards. For example, waking up early to exercise might feel uncomfortable in the moment, but it leads to long-term health and energy. Writing a book might be daunting, but it brings fulfillment and accomplishment in the end. Focus on the bigger picture and the long-term benefits of stepping outside your comfort zone. Reflect on the risks of staying comfortable. Ask yourself, what will my life look like if I never leave my comfort zone? Often, the pain of regret outweighs the temporary discomfort of growth. Use this reflection as motivation to take action and push your boundaries. Destroying comfort is not about living in constant chaos or stress. It's about intentionally challenging yourself to grow, adapt, and evolve. By stepping into discomfort, you unlock new possibilities, develop resilience, and move closer to the reality you've always wanted. Growth begins at the edge of your comfort zone, so step boldly into the unknown and embrace the incredible transformation that awaits you. Chapter 9. Develop a ruthless self-accountability system. If you want to create the reality you've always dreamed of, you must hold yourself accountable for every decision, action, and outcome in your life. Self-accountability is the cornerstone of personal growth and transformation. Without it, dreams remain just that, dreams. Developing a ruthless self-accountability system ensures that you stay on track, take responsibility for your progress, and consistently align your actions with your goals. Accountability starts with accepting one fundamental truth: you are responsible for your life. While external circumstances can influence your path, it's your choices, mindset, and actions that ultimately determine your reality. This shift in perspective is empowering because it means you have the ability to change your life, no matter where you are starting from. The first step in building a self-accountability system is setting clear, measurable goals. Vague goals like, "I want to be successful" or "I want to be healthier" are not enough. Break your goals into specific, actionable steps with deadlines. For example, instead of saying, "I want to exercise more," set a goal like, "I will work out for 30 minutes, 5 days a week, starting Monday." Clarity makes it easier to track your progress and hold yourself accountable. Track your progress regularly. Use a journal, planner, or app to record your daily actions and evaluate how they align with your goals. This practice helps you stay focused and provides a clear picture of what's working and what needs adjustment. Celebrate small wins along the way, as they reinforce positive habits and keep you motivated. A ruthless self-accountability system also requires brutal honesty. You must be willing to evaluate your performance objectively and acknowledge when you fall short. Avoid making excuses or blaming external factors. Instead, ask yourself, what could I have done differently? And how can I improve moving forward? This level of honesty might feel uncomfortable at first, but it's essential for growth. Building a system of accountability often involves creating consequences for inaction. These consequences don't have to be harsh, but should be meaningful enough to motivate you to stay on track. For example, you might set a rule that if you skip a workout, you donate to a cause you dislike or forego a personal treat. The idea is to create a system that encourages consistency and discourages procrastination. Another powerful strategy is to find an accountability partner or join a supportive community. Sharing your goals with someone else adds an extra layer of commitment. When you know someone is checking in on your progress, you're more likely to stay disciplined. Choose someone who will encourage you, but also hold you accountable with honesty and firmness. Developing a self-accountability system also involves prioritizing time management. Distractions and poor planning can derail even the most determined person. Create a daily schedule that aligns with your goals and stick to it. Eliminate time-wasting activities and focus on high-priority tasks that move you closer to your dream reality. It's also crucial to learn from your mistakes without letting them derail you. Failure is not the opposite of accountability. It's a part of the process. When you stumble, reflect on what went wrong, make adjustments, and keep going. Accountability means staying committed to the process, even when the journey is challenging. Remind yourself of your why. Why are you pursuing this goal? Why does it matter to you? Keeping your purpose at the forefront of your mind will strengthen your resolve and fuel your accountability system. When you have a compelling reason driving your actions, it becomes easier to stay focused and disciplined. A ruthless self-accountability system is not about being harsh or overly critical of yourself. It's about being committed, disciplined, and focused on achieving the life you desire. By taking responsibility for your actions, tracking your progress, and staying honest with yourself, you build the foundation for lasting success. The more you hold yourself accountable, the more you align with the reality you've always wanted to create. Chapter 10. Rewrite your personal mythology. Your personal mythology is the story you tell yourself about who you are, what you're capable of, and how the world works. This internal narrative shapes every aspect of your life, your decisions, beliefs, and the goals you pursue. Often, the story you live by is not one you consciously created. It's shaped by past experiences, societal expectations, and other people's opinions. To build the reality you've always wanted, you need to rewrite this story into one that reflects your true potential. Many of the stories we live by are outdated or incomplete. Perhaps you've told yourself, "I'm not creative, I always fail," or "I don't deserve success." These limiting beliefs may feel true because they've been reinforced over time, but they are just interpretations of your past, not unchangeable facts. Recognizing this distinction is the first step in reclaiming control over your narrative. Start by identifying the stories you currently live by. Reflect on your beliefs about yourself, your abilities, and the world around you. Write them down and examine how they have influenced your choices and actions. For example, if you believe you're bad at relationships, Consider how that belief has shaped your interactions. Have you avoided meaningful connections? Have you been overly cautious? Recognizing the patterns allows you to see how your narrative may be holding you back. Once you've identified your current mythology, examine its origins. Ask yourself, where did this story come from? Was it based on a single experience or someone else's opinion? Often these stories are rooted in moments of vulnerability, times when you felt criticized, rejected, or unsupported. Realizing that these beliefs were shaped by specific circumstances rather than objective truths gives you the power to challenge and change them. To rewrite your personal mythology, begin crafting a new story that aligns with the person you want to become. Replace limiting beliefs with empowering statements. For instance, instead of saying, "I'm not capable of achieving big things," tell yourself, "I have the skills, determination, and resilience to succeed." These empowering beliefs should feel authentic, even if they challenge your current mindset. Taking consistent action is the key to reinforcing your new narrative. If your new story says, "I am confident and capable," start showing up in ways that reflect those traits. Speak up in meetings, set boundaries, and take on challenges that push you outside your comfort zone. Each action you take reinforces your new story and builds the momentum needed to align your reality with your aspirations. Reframing challenges and failures is also essential. Every great story includes obstacles that test the hero's strength and resolve. Instead of viewing setbacks as evidence that you're not good enough, see them as opportunities to grow, adapt, and strengthen your new narrative. Each time you overcome a challenge, you add a new chapter to your story, proving your resilience and capability. Your environment plays a significant role in shaping your personal mythology. Surround yourself with people, resources, and experiences that reflect your new story. Seek out individuals who inspire and encourage you, and minimize exposure to negativity or situations that reinforce limiting beliefs. It's important to revisit your personal mythology regularly. As you grow and evolve, your story should too. Reflect on how your beliefs have changed and celebrate the progress you've made. If you find yourself slipping back into old patterns, remind yourself of the new narrative you've created and why it matters to you. Rewriting your personal mythology is an ongoing journey of self-discovery and empowerment. By crafting a story that highlights your strengths, embraces your dreams, and acknowledges your potential, you take control of your life's direction. You are not bound by the stories of your past. You have the power to write a new narrative, one that leads to the reality you've always wanted. Chapter 11. Stop being a slave to validation. One of the greatest barriers to living the life you truly desire is the constant need for validation from others. When you rely on external approval to feel worthy or successful, you give away your power and allow others to dictate your choices, goals, and sense of self. To create the reality you've always wanted, you must break free from the chains of validation and learn to trust your own judgment, values, and vision. The need for validation often stems from a fear of rejection or a desire to fit in. It's natural to want to be liked or accepted, but when this need becomes your primary motivator, it can trap you in a cycle of people-pleasing and self-doubt. You might find yourself making decisions based on what others expect of you, rather than what truly aligns with your goals and values. Over time, this leads to a life that feels unfulfilling and disconnected from your authentic self. Breaking free from validation begins with self-awareness. Reflect on the areas of your life where you seek approval. Do you find yourself constantly checking for likes and comments on social media? Do you hesitate to express your opinions for fear of judgment? Are you pursuing goals that others expect of you rather than those you genuinely care about? Recognizing these patterns is the first step toward reclaiming your independence. The next step is redefining your sense of self-worth. Instead of tying your value to external opinions, focus on the qualities and achievements that matter most to you. Ask yourself, what do I value about myself that doesn't depend on anyone else's approval? Write these down and revisit them regularly to remind yourself that your worth is intrinsic, not conditional. Learning to trust yourself is crucial. Begin by making decisions based on your intuition and values, even if they go against popular opinion. This might feel uncomfortable at first, especially if you've spent years relying on others for guidance or reassurance. However, with practice, you'll develop confidence in your ability to choose what's best for you. Another powerful way to break free from validation is to embrace vulnerability. Often the need for approval comes from a fear of showing your true self. You may worry that if people see your flaws or imperfections, they'll judge or reject you. But true freedom comes from accepting yourself fully, both strengths and weaknesses, and allowing others to see the real you. Not everyone will approve, and that's okay. The people who genuinely matter will respect and appreciate your authenticity. It's also important to set boundaries with people who constantly demand your time, energy, or conformity. Politely but firmly let them know when their expectations don't align with your priorities. Protecting your energy and staying true to your values is a vital part of breaking the cycle of validation. Stop comparing yourself to others. Comparison is a trap that fuels the need for validation. Social media and societal pressures can make it seem like everyone else is more successful, happier, or better than you. Remember, what you see is often a curated version of reality. Focus on your own journey and measure your progress against your own goals, not someone else's highlight reel. Celebrate your achievements privately. When you accomplish something meaningful, take a moment to acknowledge it for yourself, rather than seeking external praise. This helps you internalize your success and strengthens your confidence in your own abilities. Breaking free from validation doesn't mean you ignore feedback or reject all opinions. Constructive feedback can be valuable for growth, but the key is to filter it through your own values and goals. Accept what resonates with you and let go of what doesn't. By letting go of the need for validation, you reclaim your autonomy and start living a life that reflects your true self. You are no longer bound by the expectations of others and can make choices that align with your authentic desires. Freedom from validation is one of the most liberating steps you can take toward creating the reality you've always wanted. Chapter 12. The Power of Becoming Unpredictable. Predictability may feel safe and comfortable, but it often leads to stagnation and limits your potential for growth. When your actions, thoughts, and choices become predictable to others and even to yourself, you risk falling into routines that no longer serve you. To create the reality you've always wanted, you must embrace unpredictability and use it as a tool to disrupt old patterns, challenge assumptions, and unlock new opportunities. Predictability often stems from a fear of change or a desire to maintain control. While routines and habits can be helpful in certain areas, over time, they can also create a sense of complacency. You might find yourself stuck in a cycle of repetitive behaviors, making the same decisions and achieving the same results. This predictability not only limits your personal growth, but also makes it easier for others to define or control you based on their expectations. Becoming unpredictable doesn't mean acting impulsively or without thought. Instead, it's about breaking free from the patterns that confine you and introducing an element of surprise into your life. Start by identifying areas where you've become overly predictable. These could include how you approach problems, the routines you follow, or the way you interact with others. Ask yourself, what would happen if I did something completely different? One way to embrace unpredictability is to step outside your comfort zone regularly. Try new activities, take on challenges you've avoided, or pursue goals that scare you a little. For example, if you always stick to familiar hobbies, explore something entirely different, like learning a new language or picking up a creative skill. These unexpected actions not only disrupt your routine, but also open doors to personal growth and new experiences. Unpredictability is also about challenging assumptions, your own and others. For instance, if you've always believed you're not a leader, take on a leadership role in a project or community. If people expect you to behave a certain way, surprise them by stepping into a new role or adopting a different perspective. This keeps others from boxing you into their preconceived notions and allows you to redefine yourself on your own terms. In relationships, unpredictability can reinvigorate connections and prevent stagnation. Surprise your loved ones with thoughtful gestures, new experiences, or even a change in communication style. This doesn't mean being inconsistent or unreliable. It means keeping your interactions fresh, engaging, and dynamic. Becoming unpredictable also applies to your goals and ambitions. If you've always followed a linear path, consider exploring unconventional opportunities. For example, if you're in a career that feels stagnant, think about pursuing a completely different field, starting your own business, or taking a sabbatical to explore your passions. These bold moves can lead to unexpected breakthroughs and opportunities. Unpredictability isn't just about what you do, it's also about how you think. Challenge your usual thought patterns by exposing yourself to new ideas, perspectives, and environments. Read books outside your usual genre, attend events that interest you but aren't directly related to your goals, or have conversations with people from diverse backgrounds. These experiences expand your horizons and spark creativity, helping you approach problems and opportunities in innovative ways. One of the most significant benefits of becoming unpredictable is that it keeps others, and even yourself, on their toes. When people can't predict your next move, it gives you an edge. You're no longer limited by their expectations or assumptions, and you gain the freedom to act in ways that align with your evolving goals and values. It's important to balance unpredictability with intentionality. While breaking patterns is essential, your actions should still align with your long-term vision and values. Unpredictability doesn't mean chaos. It means purposeful disruption of habits and routines that no longer serve you. The power of unpredictability lies in its ability to inject fresh energy into your life. It breaks the monotony, challenges the status quo, and allows you to explore new dimensions of yourself and your reality. By becoming unpredictable, you not only surprise others, but also rediscover your own potential and creativity. This bold step is essential for breaking free from limitations and creating the extraordinary reality you've always dreamed of. Chapter 13. Adapt to chaos, don't avoid it. Life is unpredictable, and chaos is inevitable. No matter how much you plan or prepare, unexpected challenges, setbacks, and disruptions will arise. The key to creating the reality you've always wanted isn't about avoiding chaos. It's about learning to adapt to it with resilience and clarity. When you embrace chaos as an opportunity rather than a threat, you transform it into a powerful catalyst for growth and self-discovery. Chaos often feels overwhelming because it disrupts the order and control we crave. It can come in many forms: sudden changes in circumstances, failures, conflicts, or moments of uncertainty. While it's natural to want stability, resisting chaos often leads to frustration and stagnation. Instead, Adapting to chaos means accepting it as a natural part of life and finding ways to thrive within it. The first step in adapting to chaos is shifting your mindset. Rather than viewing it as a problem to be avoided, see it as an inevitable part of growth and transformation. Chaos often accompanies change, and change is necessary for progress. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this situation? How can I grow from this experience? Adopting this perspective helps you approach chaos with curiosity and openness instead of fear and resistance. Resilience is a critical skill for navigating chaos. Resilience doesn't mean ignoring difficulties or pretending they don't affect you. It means acknowledging challenges, processing your emotions, and then finding the strength to move forward. Build resilience by cultivating habits that support your mental and emotional well-being, such as regular exercise, mindfulness, journaling, or seeking support from trusted friends and mentors. Flexibility is another essential trait for adapting to chaos. When plans go awry, rigid thinking can make you feel stuck or defeated. Instead, practice flexibility by exploring alternative solutions and being open to unexpected opportunities. For example, if a career setback disrupts your path, consider it an opportunity to reevaluate your goals or explore a new direction. Flexibility allows you to pivot when necessary and find creative ways to keep moving forward. In the face of chaos, focus on what you can control. While you may not be able to change external circumstances, you always have control over your attitude, actions, and responses. Break down overwhelming situations into smaller, manageable steps. Prioritize the actions that will have the most significant impact and take them one at a time. This approach not only reduces stress, but also helps you regain a sense of control amidst uncertainty. Learning to embrace uncertainty is a powerful tool for adapting to chaos. Uncertainty often triggers fear and anxiety because it challenges our need for predictability. However, it's also a space where growth and innovation occur. By letting go of the need to have all the answers, you open yourself up to new possibilities and creative solutions. Trust that you have the skills and resourcefulness to handle whatever comes your way. One of the most transformative aspects of chaos is its ability to reveal your inner strength. In moments of crisis, you may discover qualities you didn't know you had: resilience, creativity, courage, or determination. Reflect on past experiences where you overcame chaos or adversity. Use these moments as reminders of your ability to navigate challenges and emerge stronger on the other side. Chaos also forces you to reevaluate your priorities and focus on what truly matters. When life feels overwhelming, it can be a wake-up call to let go of distractions, toxic relationships, or unfulfilling pursuits. Use chaos as an opportunity to realign your actions with your values and goals. Cultivate gratitude even in the midst of chaos. It's easy to focus on what's going wrong, but taking time to appreciate what you still have can shift your perspective and help you stay grounded. Gratitude doesn't minimize the challenges you face, but reminds you of the resources and support that are still available to you. Adapting to chaos is not about controlling the uncontrollable. It's about building the mindset, resilience, and flexibility to thrive in any situation. By embracing chaos as a part of life, you transform it from a source of fear into a stepping stone toward growth and self-mastery. In doing so, you create a reality where you are no longer limited by the unexpected, but empowered to rise above it. Chapter 14. Quit something you love. It may sound counterintuitive, but sometimes the path to creating the reality you've always wanted requires you to quit something you love. Whether it's a passion project, a relationship, a habit, or a long-held dream, clinging to something that no longer aligns with your goals or growth can hold you back. Quitting isn't about failure, it's about making space for something greater. It's an act of courage that allows you to let go of the familiar to embrace the extraordinary. Many people hesitate to quit something they love because of the emotional attachment they've built over time. You may have invested years of effort, energy, and resources into a pursuit that once brought you joy or fulfillment. However, it's essential to recognize when something has served its purpose and is no longer contributing to your growth. Holding on to it out of fear, nostalgia, or obligation can prevent you from evolving into the person you're meant to be. The first step is to evaluate whether what you love still aligns with your current goals and values. Ask yourself questions like, does this still bring me joy? Is it helping me grow? Does it align with the vision I have for my future? If the answer is no, it may be time to consider letting it go. Remember, growth often requires shedding old layers to make room for new ones. Quitting something you love doesn't mean you're abandoning it completely or denying its value. Instead, it's about recognizing that its role in your life has changed. For example, you may love a career path you chose years ago, but if it no longer challenges you or aligns with your aspirations, staying in it can feel stifling. Letting it go allows you to explore new opportunities that better match your current vision. Letting go can also apply to relationships or commitments. You may love a person or group, but if the connection has become toxic, stagnant, or one-sided, holding on to it out of loyalty or guilt can drain your energy. Quitting doesn't mean you stop caring. It means prioritizing your well-being and growth. Quitting something you love is difficult, especially when fear of the unknown creeps in. You might wonder, what if I never find something better? What if I regret my decision? These fears are natural, but they shouldn't dictate your choices. Trust that by letting go of what no longer serves you, you create space for opportunities that align more closely with your purpose. It's important to recognize the sunk cost fallacy, the tendency to continue investing in something because of how much you've already put into it, even when it's no longer beneficial. Remind yourself that past investments don't justify future stagnation. The energy, time, and effort you've devoted are not wasted. They've taught you valuable lessons and helped you grow. To quit something you love gracefully, acknowledge its positive impact on your life. Reflect on the joy, growth, or experiences it brought you, and express gratitude for the role it played. Then, release it with the understanding that moving on doesn't erase its significance. It simply marks the beginning of a new chapter. Quitting something you love can feel like a loss, but it's also an act of self-love. It's about choosing yourself, your growth, happiness, and future, over staying stuck in what no longer serves you. The space you create by letting go is fertile ground for new possibilities, relationships, and passions to take root. Quitting something you love isn't about giving up, it's about leveling up. It's a courageous decision that reflects your commitment to building a life that aligns with your highest potential. By letting go of the old, you open the door to the new, allowing you to create the extraordinary reality you've always dreamed of. Chapter 15. Weaponize your pain. Pain is a universal human experience. It's often seen as something to avoid or escape. But what if you could use your pain as a tool for growth, transformation, and empowerment? Pain, when approached with the right mindset, can become one of your greatest allies on the journey to creating the reality you've always wanted. Instead of letting it break you, you can learn to weaponize your pain and turn it into a source of strength, resilience, and purpose. Pain comes in many forms: failure, rejection, loss, disappointment, or even the struggles of everyday life. While it's natural to want to avoid these experiences, pain often holds valuable lessons and opportunities for growth. When you choose to face your pain instead of running from it, you begin to unlock its transformative power. The first step in weaponizing your pain is reframing how you perceive it. Pain isn't just something that happens to you, it's something that can work for you. It can teach you resilience, reveal your strengths, and push you to evolve. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this pain? How can it make me stronger or more resourceful? By viewing pain as a teacher rather than an enemy, you shift from a victim mindset to one of empowerment. Pain often highlights areas of your life that need attention or change. For example, the pain of a failed relationship might reveal patterns of behavior or choices that no longer serve you. The pain of career setbacks might point to a misalignment between your goals and your actions. Use these insights to make better decisions, refine your vision, and move closer to the life you desire. Turning pain into fuel requires channeling it into productive actions. Instead of letting pain paralyze you, use it as motivation to push forward. Many of the world's most successful people have used their pain as a driving force to achieve greatness. Whether it's turning heartbreak into art, financial struggles into entrepreneurial success, or rejection into perseverance, channeling pain into action transforms it into a powerful resource. Embracing your pain also builds resilience. Every time you face pain head-on and emerge stronger, you prove to yourself that you are capable of overcoming adversity. This resilience becomes a core part of your identity, giving you the confidence to tackle future challenges. Over time, you develop an unshakable belief in your ability to handle whatever life throws at you. Pain can also deepen your sense of purpose. Many people find that their most meaningful contributions to the world are born from their struggles. For example, someone who has experienced loss might dedicate their life to helping others through grief, or someone who has faced financial hardship might teach others how to build financial independence. By transforming your pain into a way to serve others, you create a legacy that turns your struggles into something positive and lasting. Another way to weaponize pain is to let it fuel your creativity and innovation. Pain has a way of forcing you to think outside the box and find solutions you might not have considered otherwise. It can inspire you to take risks, explore new ideas, or step into roles you never imagined for yourself. The pressure of pain can become the spark that ignites your greatest breakthroughs. Weaponizing your pain doesn't mean ignoring or suppressing it. Allow yourself to feel and process your emotions fully. Acknowledge your pain, sit with it, and give yourself permission to grieve, cry, or express anger. This emotional release is a vital part of healing and ensures that you don't carry unresolved pain with you. Once you've processed your emotions, you can channel that energy into growth and action. Forgiveness is another powerful tool for transforming pain. Holding on to anger, resentment, or blame only keeps you trapped in the past. Forgiving others, or even yourself, frees you from the emotional weight of pain and allows you to move forward with a lighter heart. Remember that pain is temporary, but the lessons it teaches can last a lifetime. Every painful experience you overcome adds to your strength, wisdom, and resilience. When you look back on your journey, you'll see that the moments of pain were not the end of your story. They were the turning points that propelled you toward your dreams. Weaponizing your pain is about turning adversity into advantage. By embracing pain as a tool for growth and transformation, you reclaim your power and prove that even the hardest moments can lead to something extraordinary. With this mindset, pain becomes not an obstacle but a stepping stone to the reality you've always wanted. As you come to the end of this transformative journey, one thing should be clear. The power to create the life you've always dreamed of lies entirely within you. Each chapter of this book has given you tools, strategies, and perspectives to help you break free from limitations, embrace change, and step into your highest potential. Now, it's time to put those lessons into action. Creating your ideal reality isn't about perfection or having all the answers right away. It's about taking deliberate, consistent steps toward the life you envision, even when the path feels uncertain or challenging. It's about trusting yourself, letting go of what no longer serves you, and embracing the discomfort that comes with growth. Throughout this journey, you've learned to define your dreams with clarity, challenge limiting beliefs, and align your thoughts, emotions, and actions with your vision. You've discovered the power of rewriting your personal narrative, harnessing pain as a tool for growth, and stepping boldly into unpredictability and change. Each of these steps brings you closer to living a life that reflects your values, passions, and true potential. But this audiobook is just the beginning. Transformation is an ongoing process, not a one-time event. There will be moments of doubt, setbacks, and even failures along the way. When those moments come, remember that growth often happens in the struggle, and that every challenge is an opportunity to learn, adapt, and rise stronger. Take the time to revisit these lessons as needed, reflect on your progress, celebrate your wins, and refine your approach as you evolve. Life is dynamic, and so is your journey. Allow yourself the grace to grow at your own pace and the courage to keep moving forward, no matter what. Most importantly, trust in your ability to create the reality you desire. You are the architect of your life, and the tools are now in your hands. With clarity, intention, and resilience, there's nothing you cannot achieve. The life you've always wanted isn't just a dream. It's a reality waiting for you to claim it. Take the first step today and let the journey toward your extraordinary life begin. The best version of you is already within reach. All you have to do is act. Go forth and create the life you deserve. It's time to make your vision a reality.